What is the value of the expression 8 squared minus 24 divided by 4 multiplied by 6? Which option do you think is the correct answer to this question? This expression is so tricky that many people end up with the wrong answer. Let's take a closer look and solve it together. To solve this question, many people start by calculating 8 squared first, and instead of the original expression, they rewrite it as 64 minus 24 divided by 4 multiplied by 6. In the next step, they usually perform the subtraction between 64 and 24 and simplify this expression to 40 divided by 4 multiplied by 6. Then, they proceed by doing the division between 40 and 4, which gives them 10 multiplied by 6. And finally, they multiply 10 by 6, which ends up with the answer 60. Then, without any hesitation, they quickly say that option B is the correct answer to this question. However, that's definitely wrong. Also, some other people when solving this question first go for the expression 8 squared and they simplify to 64 minus 24 divided by 4 multiplied by 6. And the next step, they usually go for the multiplication between 4 and 6 because they think multiplication has priority over division. So, they rewrite this expression as 64 minus 24 divided by 24. Next, they perform the division between 24 and 24 since they believe division has priority over subtraction. And they rewrite this expression as 64 minus 1, which finally gives them the answer 63. And immediately, they conclude that option D is the correct answer to this question. However, it's not the correct answer to this question. Alright, now let me walk you through a step by step how to solve this expression properly. To solve this question, we must follow the PEMDAS rule. We have to follow the order of operations I told you, step by step from top to bottom. Okay, as you can see in the image, in this expression, first we have an exponent, then a subtraction sign, followed by a division, and finally a multiplication. We should start with the exponent, because in this expression, exponent has a higher priority than the other operations. So, this expression simplified to 64 minus 24 divided by 4 multiplied by 6. And the next step, we need to handle the division and multiplication, since multiplication and division have higher priority than subtraction. However, it's really important to understand that multiplication and division have exactly the same level of priority. In this situation, the best thing to do is to start from the rest of the expression and move step by step toward the right, performing division and multiplication in order. So, first we perform the division between 24 and 4, and instead of this expression, we can write 64 minus 6 multiplied by 6. And the final step, we do the multiplication between 6 and 6, which gives us 64 minus 36. And finally, the value of this expression is equal to 28. Therefore, option A is the correct answer to this question.